Congress. That's one program that we are trying to work with the police, our local association of crime sponsors, or even if the province-wise, to work together in order to, one, help the community and also help the police. By helping the police, that means we're helping ourselves. And it's not only our community's job, it's everybody's job. It's the public, the mainstream, everybody to work with the police in order to have handle of it. When somebody young as those who are lost from our community, it's lost to everyone. I mean that person can be a great taxpayer. He could defend our country. He could contribute our economy. Right now, I mean it's somehow it's very tragic, and not only to the family but to our community. For that, I would like to turn over to the microphone to our Mr. Dave Collins to have some few comments on that.
Thank you, Mohammed. And from the Edmonton Police Service, I would just like to reiterate the message that Mohammed and Ahmed and Mr. Lukazik have put forward, in the sense that the Somalian community has been working very closely with the Edmonton Police Service, and I believe that we've made great strides in our relationship with the community, largely part due to Mr. Accord's behalf and his drive. But again, to point out that this isn't only an issue within the Somalian community, and that from a homicide perspective, we need anybody that may have seen something, that may have been a witness to this, or may have heard something, to come forward. And again, specifically not to the Somalian community, but to the citizens of Edmonton. I'll reiterate what I said the other day, is that we had about a 25-minute time period that we're familiar with that went by before the police ended up getting called, and we know that there were individuals both on foot and in vehicles that came into that area that have not yet come forward to the police. There are ways to reach out and to provide that information, and again, as already pointed out through Crime Stoppers, has been a very effective method, and in a way that you can provide information that you can still remain anonymous.
Are you getting more tips?
We have been as a result of that, and some have come through Crime Stoppers, as well as through the community.
We talk about a dozen cases since 2007. Just from your recollection, are these a lot of cases dealing with a Somali victim and a Somali suspect?
Again, a lot of these investigations remain open, and we're not about to start discussing specifics of suspects. We would like to keep an open mind in relation to every investigation that's out there, and again are somewhat reluctant to speak about linkages as a result of that.
Do you know how many are still open and how many?
I don't have the number.
We talk a lot about the Somali community and the communication that is going on, and those are people who are here, who are valuable members of our society, as you mentioned. Are there some members of the community who are just tough to reach out to, that you just can't get a handle on as well? I'm talking about a lot of people that just might not be involved in their community. You might just move everything kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
My experience for this incident and the progress that community made on this issue by working with the police is I could sense that before there was feeling that they were owned. That means there is nobody there to help them. But right now, it's not the police work. Is how can we assist the police? There is no. I can fairly say the trust between the police and the community is very good. For example, one of the here there were 15 or 16 fathers met over here to talk about that issue, saying how can we get the message through the community. A lot of the people who have information are the young member of our society, or maybe the others. But to get that through, it needs cooperation between the community, not only as a center or those community leaders, but as a grassroots. So we have so trust between the police and the community is so high that right now even the grassroots is talking about how we can make that thing happen. So I can say fairly all the community members have a trust working with cooperating with the police. Only those who have there is a segment of the people who may have not only mistrusting the police, but they have any other motive not to coming forward. Those are the people we want to work with them in order to communicate with the police. But as far as we call as a community, I don't know if you've seen them. There is a frustration when the killing happen and you stick the microphone on somebody. But fairly, the people have is saying that, of course, we cannot prevent everything, but we can say that we have a fairly confidence with the police. But it's the public, not only Somali community, but the public at large, to come forward. So even the information that we're looking for, it's not only community that have, not only from our community. We came in Africa from all the community.
I want to pick up on the motive thing you were talking about. That some people just have a motive not to come forward, and you see that in other sectors. Whenever there's, say, organized crime involved, and sometimes money's changing hands, or there's certain arrangements where coming forward may cost them some life. How maybe this is toward you, Dan. How strong of a sort of criminal motivation is there behind this? Is that one of the main reasons that we have a hard time breaking these cases, or is it something, a cultural issue that needs to be worked on? Which carries more weight?
I don't think either one carries more weight. I think every case is specific to its own, and to speak again specifically to one or the other. I don't think that. I guess what we could say is there's not that cultural barrier to come forward. I think that probably on balance you're going to see more so that the motive behind a lot of this may be due to the criminal element.
So do you think it's most of these murders are drug related or gang related?
Every case is different, and each is specific to its own.
So what about this last one?
I can't discuss specifics. It's an open investigation that we're carrying through with, and I don't want to jeopardize anything that our investigators are carrying forward with.
When we see a case like this come forward as we have in the last year or so, a lot of critics out there, a lot of people start to blame some of the violence that is brought over perhaps from Somalia, from your home communities, and you get a